Well, hello ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, and for good reason. I've been very busy with staying at home. But in all seriousness though, I have uni, unfortunately, online, which has been taking more of my time up than I hoped for. Part-time work, which is great as well. Just getting some income during these times is definitely a massive help. So without further ado, let's talk about how this film's going. So I've done all of the plot and script writing for the film, as well as the last 6 months I've been modeling out all of the sets and environments and been texturing those. And I've also done all of the previs, which, if you guys don't know, pre-visualization is basically early kind of raw renders, just messing around with camera angles and lighting and just making sure everything is ready and finalized for the final renders. So that's been a lot of fun. So I actually do have a draft edit from start to finish now of the film. Obviously it looks super terrible, it's all hardware previews, but it's really nice to get a feel of where the film is going and where it's at. A massive help has been my new PC. If you guys haven't seen my rig, it's here, I'll link it for you guys. But basically, my last film was created on a 2012 Mac Mini, which, let's put it nicely, was not great at all for rendering. It was so slow sometimes I'd have to wait 20 seconds for the viewport to update just because of the sheer number of clones in the scene. And also, if I wanted to make a change, I would have to render it out to the external picture viewer, which would take 4 or 5 minutes on the Cinema 4D standard renderer, before I could actually see what my change was doing to the scene. And then I'd have to go back, make a change, wait for the inevitable freezing of the viewport, then render it out again. So yeah, that was not great. But now it's a lot smoother with my new PC. I'm using a new render engine as well, the Maya standard renderer, which is called Arnold. They have a plugin for Cinema 4D, which I've been using, and it's been amazing. They have a interactive renderer as well, so I can make changes in real time and see what's going on, basically, which has been a huge help. I'm also using a program called Substance Painter, which is the industry standard to texture all of my models and yeah, create some extra details in my meshes, which has been really good. So I really wanted to show you guys some speed art of some props and environments that I've been working on for the film. So it's just a miscellaneous collection, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. I'll talk you guys through it and just give you an insight into my thought process as well.
Alright, so we're going to start off with the Jelly Shroom Cave scene here. As you can see, I'm starting off with some basic blocking of the rocks here. And now I'm animating a basic camera move and implementing my Seamoth model, which is featured in this video here. You can see how that was done. But yeah, this is just basic environmental blocking. Alright, and here we're getting started with modeling the actual jelly shrooms themselves. So we started with a cylinder, displacement here, a loft nub for the top hood. We're extruding it out, adding a bulge, a bunch of deformers. Cinema 4D's deformers makes it super easy. And now we're just messing around with some of the materials in Arnold there. You can see the interactive renderer that I was talking about in the bottom right here. So we're just getting a kind of glowing material, making sure it's nice and translucent. Now we're modeling the inner shell of the jelly shroom here, using vertex maps to control the placement of different materials. So adding in a bit of noise to just break up the uniformity. Alright, adding in the outer shell again, and just making sure they both fit nicely. And now it's time to add those frond looking patterns in the inner shell there. And you can see I've made it so with the vertex maps it's only applied to where I want. And that's basically the jelly shroom done. Now we're working on the cave bush plant, which is also featured in this biome. So I'm starting off with a spline, extruding it. Now I'm using a few bend deformers just to get the nice leaf shape going. And an FFD. Using a Mospline just to get the basic shape, sweeping those as well. And then I'm gonna clone the leaves to them in a radial fashion and then clone those again up the length of the stem. And now I'm using, again, a bit of fields there. And once you add in other elements like the plate coral and stalagmites and the other rocks, that's what you get. Alright, now moving on to the giant tree. This is in Substance Painter, and I'm just using different layers there. And this is the making of the egg, so I'm using X particles, just shooting particles from the bottom to the top, using XP branch, using a mesher to create some geometry from that. And it's all experimental, it really is like playing around with Lego, it's super fun. And last but not least, we have the Arctic spire, so I'm going to show you how I made the actual structure. So we start off with a few basic cubes here with an FFD deformer to give it some variation. Adding some displacement, always a good thing, helps break up the uniformity. Alright, and I'm going to block out the main structure of the spire here from a cylinder, extruding out bits, and I'm going to clone those ice cube shapes onto this cylinder. So using a matrix, a linear field, and some vertex maps, we are able to control the scale of the clones. Reducing the polygons, triangulating, and chucking everything inside of a volume builder to make it a nice cohesive mesh. Again, there you could see the vertex maps and fields working to control the scale. Alright, and now to get that nice inner wedge of ice, I used a cylinder and subtracted it from everything else inside of the volume builder. And with some more tweaking and some props and a lot more work, that's what you get.
It is with a heavy heart that I say that this is the end of the video. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know if you guys want to see any more updates and insights into the making of the film. And if you do enjoy what I'm doing and want to support me further, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.